Goo goo gaga.
Yeah!
Alright guys, welcome back. We're Drawing Blanks here, going to react to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 5, Episode 2. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Episode 2, it was pretty weird. His childhood just destroyed my like emotions.
His mom's like, a bitch.
His mom is a bitch, and I don't know how he lived her.
Is he like 2 or something? Is he like 2 or something?
He was.
I'm not gonna let him stop me from thought interacting.
Yeah, no. He was like legit a baby, and she was like, "Yo, I don't give a shit."
I'm sucking some dick tonight.
Okay. Anyways, so he was left in the crib by himself as shit, you know.
And then he didn't even cry.
And then after that, his mom gets married, and then the guy makes him call him daddy, and then beats him with a whip, and that's pretty cool, right? You know, very frigged up life. People treating him like shit everywhere. Every time somebody could treat him like shit, they would. Kids tripping him in a fucking puddle. Kids beating the shit out of him. Dude, like, this kid's gotten it rough. Like, Jesus Christ. And then
he subconsciously used his stand at like what, the age of 2 to hide someone in the tall grass.
He didn't even know what a stand was at that point. He was just doing it, not knowing he was doing it, which is pretty dope. But he had no emotions. No, none at all. That's a broken man right there. That's how you know he doesn't give a shit anymore.
A broken boy.
I'm sorry. Well, he did become a man.
He's a grown-ass man at the age of 3.
Yeah, right? This boy is changing lives. Saves a man, doesn't know that the man was actually a gangster. Probably the leader of a gang.
I feel like...
Changed his life from, like, complete shit.
Yeah, right?
So,
all
like,
the cool
good.
kids were like...
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? What if... You know how he wants to join the gang now? What if that dude that he saved was the head of the gang and he, like, turned evil?
That'd be pretty
What
cool.
if?
What? That's not...
And then when he goes to kill him, he's like, why?
Well,
why did you do this?
From other
That would be
seasons that
crazy.
you haven't seen is that most of the time when like one of the JoJo's fights somebody in the beginning, actually one of the first people that they fight end up befriending them, which is what happened here. Not Leaky Eye Luca, because he's dead.
What about Dio? He didn't befriend Dio, right? Wasn't Dio the first person he fought?
I'm talking. Okay, Jonathan
Joestar.
First of all,
Dio burned his dog alive.
Yeah, I know that. All right, Dio's an exception because Dio is a piece of shit. Anyways,
yeah, sick bastard.
Back to his childhood, treated like a god afterwards. Basically given free stuff. His dad stopped beating him because if he did, then the gangster would probably just kill him. Which is pretty cool to know because I hated that guy. He right from the start I could tell he just looked like a piece of shit, and he was. So, like we were saying, the next thing on the topic was when we got back to the fight with Bacardi. I like to call him Bacardi, not Bashardi.
Bacardi. Bacardi vodka. Am I allowed to say that?
Nacho Doritos cheese fries. Anyways, what'd you think about his stand when he actually hit somebody?
I thought he screwed himself first, to be honest. I thought he was about to like punch DiGiorno right in the face so hard, and he was just gonna die instantly.
Dude, he like Ultra Instinct that for a second, not knowing that he was in a different world.
Brandon! What's up,
Hey, Brandon! Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Yo, his stand, he hits somebody and they pretty much go into it.
Yeah, their senses go berserk, their subconscious is off the walls and shit.
They can't tell what's going on.
He was flying, and then he looks back and he's like, I haven't moved yet.
Dude, it blew my mind when he started dodging all his punches. I was like, oh, he's gonna screw that dude. He's gonna screw him up.
Oh,
he didn't.
But when his stand punched at him in the face,
Oh
I thought all of his teeth were gonna fly out, and then they only give me one. I was like,
that's
what?
fine though, cause like that was
Later.
you could tell that was a hard punch.
I was fine because later that tooth turned into a fly, and he ended up tracking him.
Dude, I couldn't even believe that. That was crazy. I didn't even realize the fly was the tooth at first. I was like,
no, I thought
that's why I thought it was him. I thought it was the Zipper Man.
No, I assumed that like since like all of those people walked in different directions, that maybe he just had like 4 flies, and then maybe he just like went to follow them because he can't follow 4 people.
Yeah.
But no, apparently it was the tooth, and it wanted to go back inside the mouth or some shit, and he found him.
Oh yeah, he found him. But that was nuts while it was. And then like the fact that Bacardi, I'm gonna call him Bacardi this whole episode. Don't get mad at me. Don't you dare. Anyways, the fact that he can create his basically in his zipper world, he can create his own dimension where he goes into it and become whatever size he wants. That way he can exit a body or whatever he wants to do
And go through solid objects.
and go through solid objects. That's pretty freaking dope, and that's pretty nice to have as a companion, since your boy Giovanni didn't want end up killing him or hurting him in any sort of way, because he saw for a second there that he hesitated to punch, and automatically assumed that he was a good person.
It's like, good.
Yo, when I saw that arm, like when it had the shots in it, I was like, what the hell was? I'm like, is this dude shooting up? And
No,
then
at first I thought like it was because he like punched him really hard, that like since it was a normal dude's arm that
Yeah.
like, maybe the veins bursted or some shit. But no, apparently he's just shooting up and he's 13.
That's pretty screwed up. That's another point we didn't get to make. Giovanni is trying to stop all drugs from being sold in Italy, basically because
Children and
it's
women.
being sold to women and children. Children!
Women and infants.
Children. Think about the children, not the money. It's not always about the money, you know? We're trying to have healthy children walking on the streets with stands,
Less
right?
DiGiorno like children.
Yeah, less cheese pizza, you know?
Yeah, less of the cheese pizza.
Yeah, slice of the life, you know? You want to give them a slice of the life, not make them OD and die from heroin overdose that you obviously saw the kid ingested. But
Ingested, yeah, he ingested it.
he ingested it through his veins. They were like... Anyways, but, like, that was pretty dope. I liked how, like, every JoJo's pretty forgiving in some sort of way. They're kind of, like, gentleman-like, which is what they're basically are. They're gentlemen. But, I like that he's now his friend, so, I mean...
I like how well he analyzed Bacardi. Like, when he saw that he didn't punch for a second, he like analyzed him completely.
Everything,
He was
everything.
like, you don't
Yeah.
want to punch me because of this, you know, him injecting drugs, and you're not going to kill me because you know I have the same mindset as you and that I don't want people doing drugs either. He like analyzed him super deep, and that's what something he learned in like his childhood after like his like that stepfather beating him and like the gangster that saved him.
He blew that guy's mind. He was like...
He was like, "How do you know? You don't know me." And he was like, "I do know you."
He was
And he was like,
basically...
"You do know me."
Yeah, he was basically like, finish me! Finish me! And then he was like, nah, you're my friend now. So that's pretty dope. And then I'm guessing in the next episode we're going to actually see him go to the gangster warehouse or wherever they're going to go. Because obviously he's not just going to go back home after that. He said he wants to join the gang and be the gang leader. Or the gang star.
Gangster.
Yeah,
Gangstar.
Gangstar. Yeah. Get it? Because he has a star tattoo on his neck. It's not a tattoo, it's a birthmark. But alright, guys. I hope you liked this reaction. We thought it was pretty dope, the episode. We hope that you guys thought it was dope. And
I'm sorry. I'm so
we'll
sorry.
see you guys on the next episode.